About box stock scheduled to run 2 motos today. Little error in the scheduling, but that is it. It's a 2 moto format today. They will not be running moto number 3. That's women's runabout box stock, 2 motos only today.
Blaster GP, looks like Devin Farthing got the boat fired up again, and here they go. And I can see why Devin wanted to wait for that one.
Oh man, talk about a last second reprieve.
Well, it's Sammy Niemi out in front. Farthing at the back of that 3-way. It's going to be interesting now. Look out who's out front.
Skellett.
No, that's
Skellett.
It is Skellett.
Well, you don't believe me. Ye have so little faith. Wow. 296 on a back. I think he's on a backup boat too, but regardless, look at Skellett flying out in front. No surprise there. Hayden Skellett can absolutely rail a blaster, so no surprise to see him out in front here.
And Niemi too. Remember, Sammy Niemi has 2 third place positions already, finishes. So he's in the hunt.
Skellett's got a 5th or 2 seconds. And while Devin back, I wonder the troubles they were having with that ski to get to the line, is that going to cost him? Is that going to hold together? Is it going to be fast enough? You know, this is a little drama playing out right here, Kurt Nolenberg.
Well, at this point, if Farthing stays where he is, Skellett will win it by 1 point.
Yes.
That doesn't sound likely.
A race leader.
Hayden Skellett ripping and getting it.
You know, look at
Sammy
Sammy
right there.
Sammy's on the gas in second right now. Then
and Taylor
Skellett.
Whipping it
well,
up.
if Taylor Skellett has got to keep Devin behind her so her brother can win the world championship.
Wow.
Right?
Oh, man, it's
talk about
right there. Talk about team tactics.
I was just going to say, let Hannah by.
And by the way, Rick, I just wanted to point it out there. I know there's a lot where everybody's ready to have a lot of fun. There is no alcohol allowed in Sugden Park. Please don't let our police officers have to do something they don't want to do. So no alcohol in the park. We can have a lot of fun without it, folks.
I am watching Devin Farthing and Taylor Skellett right here because this is literally the battle for the world championship.
And they are having a battle.
And Devin has to get by Taylor to win the world championship, if I'm not mistaken.
There are 2 phenomenal races going on right now. Hayden Skellett and Sammy Niemi. Look at that. He looked over. They're teammates. They've been friends. All these kids know each other. They practice. They have fun together. And Taylor Skellett on fire. She looks over. Sees Devin there. And Taylor's been getting faster and faster and faster. This year, she has progressed more than any year prior.
Well, watch Devin Farthing. He is absolutely riding at 150% out there. He is coming wide out of the corners like I'd never seen him do all day long, as he knows he has got to get by Taylor Skellett, and he is making a move. Here comes Farthing. Oh, and Skellett's boat breaks.
No.
Devin Farthing goes by Skellett as she breaks, and that puts Devin in the driver's seat for the World Championship.
Somebody spin out over on the side. That was Sammy Niemi. That's going to put Farthing in second. And if he stays there, that'll give him the championship.
Yeah, that's it right there. There is the title chase. Just wound down right there. Taylor's boat breaks down in a heated battle with Devin Farthing trying to keep him behind her to allow her brother to win the World Championship. And it all goes kaput on that lap as Taylor breaks down, Devin goes by, and Sammy Niemi has an issue, and Devin now.
It's that crazy, backed up, bizarro world again, isn't it?
Oh my, what a great day of racing here. 116, Devin Farthing almost didn't make it. The boat had problems in the pits. They almost didn't make the starting line. And now it looks like he's on his way to a world championship.
Up next, race 20, Women's Ski Limited Novice Ski Stock on the line.
Devin Farthing hoping that boat stays together. Couple more laps here. Sammy Niemi behind Farthing now. It's Hayden Skellett out in front riding a race of his own. He's not going to get touched here. More than likely in moto number 3, but and kudos to Hayden with a pair of seconds, and then it looks like he's going to garner a first here in moto number 3, but it's going to be Devin Farthing with 2 wins earlier today, and now a second in moto number 3 that will give him the title as Hayden takes the white flag. 1 lap to go for Hayden Skellett. Devin Farthing 116 on his final lap. And here comes Sammy Niemi, number 13, on his final lap.
So, Rick, I just got a call from Jennifer Handler. She needs all the women's runabout competitors to see her at the bottom of the tower here, the Tower of Power. The backside, of course.
All right, let's keep an eye on this final lap. Here comes Hayden Skellett. He's going to take the win in moto number 3.
So, Valentina Lescano, Jamie Bohet, and Peyton Rasmussen. If you'd see Jennifer Handler behind the Tower of Power pretty much right now.
And 116, Devin Farthing able to make it around on the final lap. And that is going to give him a second for the moto and a world championship for the day in Blaster GP. Kudos to Devin Farthing. All right, here we go. Women's Ski Limited, Novice Ski Stock, race 20. Moto number 3 on the line.
The 4-1-1, Jessica Wiebesek, already your Women's Ski Limited champion.
She has decimated the field today.
She does every time she comes out.
In the Women's Ski Limited, nobody, in fact, she's scared off all the competitors.
Terrorized them.
Just too dominant.
Slapped the heck out of them in the pits. They won't even come out to the line. And then there's Novice Ski Stock with the number 1 is Scott Hike running that 550.
Is he down there? I don't see him here. Oh, there he is. There he is. All right, here we go. Where are we going? We got somebody out there that is...
Oh, look at this.
I'm not sure. Well, I'm confused because they're confused. We're all confused.
I don't know. They're going around. And what?
I'm
I'll tell
easily
you who's not confused.
I'm easily
Patrick
confused. So
Sernich, he's out front.
I tried to make sense out of that one, and
looks like John Benson right there.
That's why we have officials, because we don't leave it up to us. It would be really ugly if that were the case. Okay, I don't see any red flags. Everybody's going well. The race director's got a smile on his face, I think. So
he's also shaking his head like, I don't believe it. All right, final call for your merchandise. We're going to be shutting down the tent. We said at 2. We're going to give you about 20 more minutes. That'll be just before the rain hits. So if you'd like to get some CBS or Pro Watercross or LIQUI MOLY official merchandise, jump over there, see Nicole and the rest of the crew. They'll give you a good deal. Nicole's talking about she would like a sandwich. So if somebody were to bring her a brand new sandwich, they might get a better deal on a T-shirt.
That's a deal.
See, now if I were there, it would be ice cold beer.
Well, it looks like Patrick Sernich out in front again. Had a 4th in Moto 1 and a 1st by a long ways in Moto 2. And he is once again out in front by a long ways already here in Moto number 3. And he is in his own little race to some degree out here today in Novice Ski Stock. All right, Sernich out in front.
Sernich, if he can stay out in front ahead of Brad Hill, he will get the overall. If Hill is able to make it by, and it's early in this moto, then Brad Hill will be your overall Novice Ski Stock World Champion.
Did you
But
know
we're
that
just starting right now.
Did you know that Serenich is tricky?
I can tell that because it's right on the paperwork. Oh, write her down and back up again. They're having a group session out there near the end of the back straightaway. Seems a little confusing. Scott Hike, he's the instigator.
Well, what happens is they come from top speed on that outside section, and slowing down to make that left-hand turn, you get into all kinds of trouble out there. Start swapping around, and bad things happen.
Bad things happen
to good people.
And as we say that, Serenich goes down, and he's back up again, and he's getting in a position to lap the entire field.
Yes, he is. He is flying out there. Novice Ski Stock. Good class today. Good lineup. I like to see that. A lot of new riders, at least riders that I haven't seen before. And it really bodes well. Love seeing all the new blood come out on the skis. And some of the old blood. Hike.
There's Hammaker. Speaking of the old blood.
Well, Scott's got a cheater boat, that Cheater 550.
What do you mean cheater?
Well, he's got all those big bulbous front
the tubbies and the sponsons, and he's 60 years old. Give him a break, will ya?
Totally kidding.
I know.
Totally kidding.
I know.
I think it's cool.
I think it's really cool.
Those things are hard enough to ride as is.
And Jessica Wiebesek, I mean, really, she's getting out of the way of these riders because she knows that she doesn't want to hold them up. Frankly, I don't think she should. I think she should be riding in that class because she deserves to be in that class. I think she knows she's going to get mixed up with the boys either way. Uh-oh. Is that our leader down? And everybody left? No, it's not.
Serenich out in front. Serenich out of New Franklin, Wisconsin.
It's a New
Franklin, Wisconsin. Yeah, absolutely. 27 years old, riding for Spielbauer Display, Rough Racing, Pro Watercraft Racing, and Great Lakes Watercraft. That's part of the deal that Scott Hike's been part of.
Oh, yeah. Well, Scott, I believe Scott sold that.
He did. And I think Andrew, our course marshal.
Yeah.
Involved with that. So a lot of good people up there in the upper Midwest here racing today in South Florida. As Wiebesek comes by in a class of her own.
She got the...
As we mentioned, Scott Hike, he comes by, number one on that 550, the vintage world champion. 60 years old and the vintage world champion. That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
I really think that is cool. 550's not. Boy, it's all we rode, and now they just are so hard to ride. Hey.
Right. They're impossible to ride. Jessica trying to stay out of the way of those riders that are having a race. Great sportsmanship there by
rider
Rivasek.
down right in front of us, starting to wear out here in Moto number 3. I mean, really.
Daniel Newman praying for a white flag. Oh, and as I say that, here it is. The white flag coming out for Tricky Serenich, Patrick Serenich.
And
he decided to take a rest.
And he's
tired
down.
too.
Looks like, he
got the lanyard back
lanyard out. And this has been a long moto for the Novice Ski Stock class.
Look at this, Brad Hill coming up.
These riders have gotten a lot of track time in today. And at the end of the day, they are going to be feeling it.
Well, I am not certain, but I'm going to say it now. Brad Hill is coming up on Serenich.
Yeah.
And if he passes him, Hill is the champion. And if Serenich stays in front of Hill, then he's the champion. Just wanted to let people know that drama was going on in the back.
It's a battle. But I think it's going to be a tall task to ask Brad to get by Serenich on this last lap. He's got a little bit of a gap there to make up. But, hey, you know what? You start getting tired. Third moto of the day, long moto.
Yep.
And anything can happen. You fall down, you pull your lanyard out.
Got a rider down over there. Which one is it? Serenich making the turn onto the front straightaway about now. Folks, let's give him a round of applause. At a new break in Patrick Trickery Serenich, your new unofficially Novice Ski Stock World Champion. Up next, Veterans IROC Stock, and then your Junior Sports Stock. Well, I just got the word they're going to close the shirt booth. The Pro Watercross merchandise tent is going to be closing in 5 minutes, folks. If you want to get your shirt, this is your last opportunity this year.
Veterans IROC stock moto number 3. Blasting out into the first turn. Rosina Brabham on the inside with the whole shot on the inside split.
Looks like Block on the outside.
That's John Block, 22 on the outside. Here comes Block.
And Rasmussen behind him.
Block's going to take the whole shot and the lead down the front straightaway. Brabham's going to fall into second, and then 22 Rasmussen in third.
And remember, in this the second moto, Rasmussen and Rosina got together over here off of the side.
Yeah,
nobody
sure
got
did.
off the boat, but that was Rasmussen is. If I were in front of Rasmussen right now, I would be taking the other split, whatever it is.
You mean Charlie Manson?
You said that. The terrorist. No. Stuff happens.
Yeah, he was definitely fired up in Moto 2 there, but he got a first place in Moto 2.
Yes, he did.
I thought Block got a first place. What was I thinking?
As did I, but we don't know the scoring. That's why it's officially unofficial.
We don't know much.
We know a lot.
Our names
and our songs.
Calling it good.
We know our names and our songs because I thought about that too late. No, he's saying give it to him and he'll play it now. I like that. It's never too late when you have Richard Ignacio on your side. So Block out in front. So, look at the battle. Rosina Brabham. Oh, Rosina makes the turn. Wow, sorry, I cannot see with the sun. Can't see the boat that was there. Rasmussen was back in fourth, now in third. Rosina Brabham looks over her shoulder. There comes the 22 of Ryan Rasmussen, and it was the 121 of Eric Nels. He finished third in the last moto. Nels had already passed Rasmussen, made an error over here, and he dropped back into fourth position once again.
I'll tell you, Kurt, I am very impressed with Rosina Brabham.
As am I.
Man, she has looked great all day, very fast, very consistent, and has had a fine day of racing.
And without saying anything, she could be my older sister. That is impressive. I mean, really impressive.
Mine as well.
I'd have to be born into the Surtees family to have that kind of
pedigree. Of course, you could be my dad, so you know.
You don't want to start that. There's nothing good going to go after that.
No, that's true. Absolutely right.
Yeah, and there's Jeff Stanley coming through. Behind him, that looks like, is that 88 of Daniel Mulcahy, perchance?
Is that Father Mulcahy?
Right. Trapper. Hawkeye. Radar.
Little did we know we'd have Father Mulcahy in Pro Watercross.
And I can't remember the guy with the Section 8. Jamie.
That was Jamie Farr.
Jamie Farr was his name, but what was his character's name?
That was a great one. He was great. Oh, what a show.
One of your own personal heroes, I know.
Klinger,
thank you. Great knowledge. Richard Ignacio.
That's who I aspired to be. You're right.
A fountain. A fountain of knowledge, he is. Wow, and on the track, John Block extended that lead. Rosina Brabham, she's on the outside. Here comes Rasmussen on the inside. These two are going to be battling down the back straightaway. Here comes Rosina, make that turn, honey. And she does.
Mind-boggling. Rosina Brabham 65 years old.
Oh, you weren't supposed to say the number.
I'm going to say it because it's impressive.
It is exceptionally impressive.
Because she is so fast.
She is incredibly fast.
That is so cool to see. Kurt, there's hope for you and I.
No, there is not. Eric Nels, though. Nels back there, and let me, you know what? Take this over. I'm going to get the calculator out.
Okay, you do that, and we'll see what's going on out there as a battle is raging behind the race leader as they come around the left-hand side of the racetrack here at Sugden Regional Park, Naples, Florida. 2020 Pro Watercross World Championships sponsored by LIQUI MOLY and presented by Broward Motorsports. Unfortunately, it's winding down here Sunday afternoon. And out in front of this veteran IROC stock class, John Block leads it. Boat number 22, then Rosina Brabham on 83, followed by the 22 of Ryan Rasmussen. And then Eric Nels on the Sea-Doo Spark 121. And John Block looking good here again in moto number 2. And we got Rosina Brabham in a good position for the overall, if I'm not mistaken, Kurt. John Block coming around left-hand side of the track, going to make that left-hand turn onto the front straightaway. 22 the race leader. John Block out in front. Laps winding down, then 83. 22. Rasmussen now gets by Rosina Brabham. Brabham in third, Nels in fourth. Ryan Rasmussen now tracking down race leader John Block. Here comes Raz on the gas. Onto the back straightaway. We got a battle, Kurt.
Oh, yeah, we do. Man, once Raz got by Rosina, he is just on it. And look at this.
Tracking down John Block very quickly on that outside split on the left-hand side of the track. Here we go. Oh, Raz swings way too wide, loses about a position, about a boat length, I should say, not a position. White flag's going to come out here. One lap to go. What a battle.
And Eric Nels just made his move by Rosina Brabham. The points are crazy here. We'll have to
work that out later.
You're going to have to look it out later, yeah.
We're going to leave that to the officials.
Wow, look at this.
Great battle out in front as Raz.
One of the old veterans, huh?
Boy, Raz really on the gas here in the late stage of this moto. Late moto charge as he tries to get by Block. Block goes to that outside split. Raz decides to take the inside split.
Oh, Raz is going it. He's going to get it right now.
And he is on it. You're right, Kurt. He's got the inside.
Look
at it, side by side on the back straight.
Not even close. Raz is gone.
Rasmussen with some great racing on this final lap. Man, he worked his way through the field here in Moto 3. He's going to make that final left-hand turn. Let's hear it. Some great racing today. Number 22, Ryan Rasmussen takes the win.
What a great ride. John Block right there. Looks a little frustrated. He puts his hands in the air. I know. And Eric Nels right there with the 1-2-1.
Juniors Sports Stock 13-15. Race number 22 in the line, the final moto.
We've been waiting for this all day long. On the number 7 out of Denver, North Carolina, Caden Baldwin.
Number 13 out of Pembroke, Florida, Tristan Ayala.
On the 699 out of Bonita Springs, Florida, Keegan O'Connell.
Well, it's been Caden Baldwin on that HX Sea-Doo. Man, this young man, I think, likes the HX, I'd have to say, as he has looked good all day long. Opened our eyes this morning in moto number 1, and he has dominated.
I know what he's going to have. He's going to have an HX under the tree for Christmas.
Man, look at that. That fits him well. I think he is suited for that watercraft.
He really is. Look at where his knees are in it. I mean, literally, he's got the perfect size.
The perfect fit.
Oh, man. Whoa. Hayden getting a little crazy out there. Caden, excuse me.
Caden Baldwin on the HX. That is a match made in heaven right there. He looks absolutely phenomenal on that Sea-Doo.
Well, Tristan Ayala right there again. I mean, it's like a bungee cord between those two.
Man, they have been exactly that far apart all three motos.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the difference in the start. That's about it.
Yep.
Okay, Novice Runabout Box Stock, we need you to the line. Novice Runabout Box Stock, you guys are up next. Head on to the line.
You know, usually there's a learning curve learning to ride these different hulls, different watercraft, and for most people. But we learned this morning this was Caden's first race on an HX. And, you know, he has ridden so many different types of skis because of his family. He just adapts so quickly. I think that's an attribute that he has that's going to go a long ways in his racing future.
I believe so.
You know, you can hop on anything and be fast. That is pretty cool. It shows he possesses a lot of talent. His dad has taught him well, and he really has a lot of enthusiasm for the sport.
Yeah, he does. And he's maturing, you know.
Yep.
We see him in every couple of months, and it's amazing to see the growth of these kids.
All of them, you know, to me, Sammy Niemi the most. I mean,
wow.
he looks like a young man now. He was a little young teen not long ago, about 2 days ago, and now he looks like a young adult.
Well, pretty much all the younger riders. I mean, any name you pick, you look at him, Hayden Skellett, Taylor Skellett, Sammy Niemi, of course.
But he's matured and just has a look about him that he has definitely grown.
Yeah, no question about it.
And they're all so darn fast, it's fun to watch them race.
And so much fun to talk to in the pits, you know?
They're all cool.
They really are well,
you know, their teams,
they're in
their own world. You know, they're doing their thing. They've got that we know nothing about. Their whole culture.
Oh,
you know,
got their one wheels. I mean, we had roller skates.
Well, they got
steel wheels.
Dude, I took my roller skates and nailed them onto a 2x4.
Oh, so I used a.
That was a skateboard.
I used a peach box.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I took a 2x4 and nailed roller skates to it.
Yeah, I put the 2x4 on top as a handlebar.
Oh man. Caden Baldwin out in front looking good, and Ayala right there with him the entire time. Both fine young riders. They're both 12 years old. Absolutely mind-boggling how talented they are.
Yep. Well, they're only this talented because Pro Watercross allowed that junior class to get going. And you know what? I just want to say this. As we've been saying that, but let's give credit where credit is due. It was the parents of these younger riders that convinced AJ Handler and the rest of the group that their kids could compete, that they would ride safely, that there wouldn't be an issue. And there was a big chance that Handler took. And boy, did it turn out, because now look at all the top pros.
Yeah.
I want to say one more time, final call for shirts. If you want to get a T-shirt, an event T-shirt, one of those beautiful World Championship shirts, you need to head over now. They've got to box this stuff up in about 5 more minutes.
Yeah, to your point, letting younger riders race was a huge point of contention for many, many years, and I lived it. And
right, with my kids, I did as well.
And I lived at being at the sanctioning body.
Right.
That we dealt with that, and the OEMs absolutely would not permit that because of local laws. And but cooler, smarter heads prevailed as the OEMs backed out of controlling personal watercraft racing. The promoters were able to do basically whatever they wanted. And they made good decisions and started the 10 to 12-year-old or the youth classes, let's just say. And it has been, I think, a rousing success, to say the least.
Yeah, no question at all. Rick, as you were saying that, I was watching Tristan Ayala go out away from us here. And it could have been Sammy Niemi from behind, riding that number 13 boat. But the riding style, he came so close to the yellow buoy that he had to move his hip over so he didn't hit it. The boat didn't hit it, but he only missed it by a half an inch. Wow.
Yeah, these riders are extremely competent, and that was the whole question. Are they competent? Can they handle these watercraft that are really designed and marketed for adults? And yes, they can. With the right instruction and supervision early on.
Right. And, that spread across the country.
Yep.
Once he started it, more and more racing organizations open it up, and we're getting, kids like Ryder Wildebauer and Revan Harris, younger kids got an opportunity to race earlier than they would have.
All kinds of them all over the country. You're right. We've got a lot of them everywhere, and they're all fast, and they're all getting faster by the month. Every time they race, they're faster, and they will continue to get faster if they stick with it through their teens, into their 20s, and into their 30s.
And Caden Baldwin taking the checker. Could he be any cuter?
Yeah, there
seriously.
He is.
I mean, there's three guys up here. We're just laughing because he just has got that personality.
It's fun. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah, and all these kids, it's just so fun to talk to. All right, Novice Runabout Box Stock is on the line on the 007 Sea-Doo out of Livonia, Georgia. Jonathan Samuel.
Number 56 out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi on the Sea-Doo, John Comino.
On the 138, Jamie Bohat out of Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin.
176 out of Miami, Jamal Reyes.
On the 719 out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Alex Smith.
And 724 out of Miami on the Kawasaki, Benjamin Mantell.
All right, we only have one rider on the left-hand side.
That is Mantell.
And that is Mantell. And Mantell getting a hole shot on the inside.
Well, Mantell.
And wow.
Mantell. There he goes. Okay.
He just wants to join everybody.
Mantell, the only rider out there on a naturally aspirated watercraft, that Kawasaki 15F. And then that, wow.
Yeah. Whoa, Benjamin spinning around a little bit. That was scary.
One of the big rules is you're not allowed to make up the track as you go.
Yeah. You're now 4 laps down. Good luck. I don't think we've seen anybody lap the field 4 times, not even, well, maybe in the SuperCourse.
Yeah, I think we might have been close to that.
Well, here comes Bohat with the lead. Jamie Bohat out of Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. In second, the 007 of Jonathan Samuel. Ooh, rider stinking it just a little bit. I think that might have been the aforementioned Benjamin Mantell.
Yep.
It was. And roaring up behind him on the 176, Jamal Reyes.
Well, he's fighting hard on that Kawasaki 15F. I mean, he's racing against supercharged watercraft on a naturally aspirated and tough. Bo had out in front, 138, the race leader. 007 right behind her.
Yeah, Samuel out of Livonia, Georgia, the aforementioned Lake Hartwell, and sponsored by Granite World LLC and Drippin' Performance. That's, I gotta, doesn't your curiosity get piqued when I say Drippin' Performance?
We should be sponsored by Drippin' Performance.
Right?
Because that's usually the case up here in the tower on these hot summer days.
Is it dripping or is it leaking?
Oh my goodness! Yesterday was full-on downpour.
Wow!
Everything was leaking.
Here goes Boha once more. Looks like we might have the cross flags up over there, halfway down, and of course, 007 and Jonathan Samuel right there. So really, 2 races going: Bohat and Samuel, and Mantell and Reyes. And we need Sport GP to the line. Sport GP to the line, please. Oh, yeah. Here they come.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it almost sounds like a dragster.
Very much. Oh, yeah, totally.
Right? It's got that pop to it.
Yep, totally.
You know what they call that? Compression. Seriously.
Horsepower.
Well, it's high compression that gives you that sound. Ugh. All right, Novice Runabout box stock continuing on. Oh, look at this. Benjamin Mandel taking the penalty, boy. That's going to let Reyes by. Reyes looks over. Oh, look at this. Benjamin up on the seat. I don't know. Standing up, not on the seat. And I'm not sure he wants to do it with that boat, Rick.
Well, maybe Mantell should probably just make that that pickup buoy just part of his course.
I like that.
You know, that
Just
should be a standard course right now. And he might be able to lap himself after about 4 trips around.
Potentially.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. Just kidding. But he's having a good time out here.
Oh yeah.
We saw him before that first moto. Forgot to put his PFD on. Then tried to put it over his helmet, and he was laughing the whole time, having a good time.
It was whoa, and Reyes almost hitting the eject button there. Somebody's tired. It barely held on. I know that feeling.
Yeah, well, this is the time of the day when you start seeing a lot of mistakes made because of fatigue. No question about it.
Yes, as you say that, Jonathan Samuel digs deep, and he was on a tear almost there, and that hurt him.
Well, 3 motos on a hot and humid day here in South Florida will definitely test your performance, your athletic abilities.
Your medal, no question about it. Well, this is the final lap. Saw that white flag up. Checker going to be coming out. Here we go. Reyes getting the white flag. Mantell getting the white flag. And Jamie Bohat getting the checkered flag. 3 wins. Kind of means a win overall, if you ask me. Unofficially. Jamal Reyes right there in second position.
Wow, came in pretty hot there.
I'm not Reyes. I'm sorry, Jonathan Samuel.
Came in a little hot there off the checkered flag.
Yep.
Guys need to back it down once you cross that checkers. You don't want to stop it. You want to slow down.
Yes, you do.
Got other riders coming in and out, and we don't want to see any accidents. All right, while we can still talk, Sport GP on the line. Because once they fire these boats up, we just stop talking until they take off. Because literally we have to plug our ears and you cannot hear yourself think or talk up here.
Huh?
Exactly. Mostly plug our ears because it hurts.
Well, let's see. Christian Daly won both motos. Devin Farthing came in second in both motos. Billy Dearman gathered third position in the second moto, but I'm not seeing Billy's boat on the line. Gary Burtka put some fuel in them carbs, trying to get that puppy running. Hey, Gary, they've designed something. They call it a primer, and you can, like, mount it on the side.
Check.
Way check. Daly and Farthing side by side, same side of the band. Oh, and Farthing getting the whole shot. And, oh, man. This is going to be interesting. Devin Farthing and Christian Daly on the same side. Farthing just got him off the line. Daly in second.
Takes the second position away from Daly momentarily. Matt Johnson gets by.
He just pushed him off the side. And as I'm watching that, I'm thinking to myself, why did Christian, and then I realized Christian's got the points. I believe if Christian finishes second and Devin finishes first, that Christian, who is now in second place, will win the overall. But let me do the math. We'll be right back, Rick.
Yeah, Daly gets right by Matt Johnson into second, and he's charging. I don't think he wants second place in the third moto. I think he wants to win this and make it a clean sweep. We'll see how it goes. Devin Farthing been fast all day. He's going to be a tough customer, but if anybody can get by him, it's going to be Christian Daly.
Well, I think what I was saying is it was so close there that the chance for impact was pretty high. And he just, he's a seasoned racer. He knows he's got, if he finishes behind Farthing, he's got the championship.
Yeah, totally.
Back out for a sec. I got the whole race to catch this little guy. And if I don't, I still win.
Yeah, I don't need a collision, that's for sure.
Yep. Boy, how much fun has it been watching Devin Farthing and Christian Daly going at it?
Well, they have been on fire all day. Devin just came out smoking first thing this morning, and then Daly as well. Both of them just absolutely ferocious out on the racetrack.
Insane. Absolutely brilliant riding going on out there. And I don't know what happened, but Hayden Skellett's at the back of the pack now, or almost the back. Man, Gary Burtka's machine is sounding violent. You know what the problem with the boat that loud is? Everybody can hear when you're on or off the gas.
Daly trying to track down Farthing, and he's doing it little by little here, working his way up behind young Devin Farthing.
Oh, yes, he is. Reminds you of a shark stalking its prey, right? Oh, yeah.
Very much so.
A little bit here, a little bit there. Wow. Wyatt Hayes is ripping on that number 43. I know it had a little trouble earlier, but man, he is putting down some laps here with Hayden Skellett behind him. There goes Devin and Christian a little bit closer. Wow, and once he got by Johnson, both he and Farthing just left Matt Johnson. And you know what? Johnson has had some good rides. I mean, he's not a slouch rider at all. Look
There comes
at the
Daly.
battle.
Daly now closing the gap on Farthing, left-hand side of the track. We got a great battle taking place for the lead here in the third and final moto of GP Sport. Yamaha versus Sea-Doo.
Burtka getting out of the way, looking over. He's watching that race. Gary going to get a little HX lesson from Christian Daly.
Very little.
Oh, lesson over.
Very little.
Two corners.
That happened at one time. I was racing a motocross race, and Scott Burnworth passed me, and I was like, oh, great, I'm going to pick up something. I picked up about 0.0. He was gone so fast.
You picked up a mouthful of roost.
That's it. There was nothing to be learned.
Well, here comes Farthing, and he started to distance himself from Daly. This last lap, he extended. Don't know what happened there, but Devin on fire, boy. I'll tell you. Christian, smooth operator.
Boy, Devin stretching out that lead a little bit, back over Daly. Daly really close at the previous lap, and now Devin's pulled back out a couple of bow lengths on Daly.
Uh-oh. Rider down in front, a little confusion there. Oh, Farthing.
Oh, has to swing way wide. That slowed him way down and allowed Daly to really close the gap. Wow.
Hayes getting a shower. Thank you, Christian. And that tightened it up.
A lot.
We got another lapper. Oh no, that's our course marshal.
Course marshal Randy not in the race.
Trying not to be a lapper. Wow. Tom Killer Keller on the 222. Yeah, he got by. Hayden Skellett, white flag out, 1 lap to go. There is Farthing, here is Daly. Now remember, Daly pulled it away from Farthing in the prior moto. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, not going to happen this time. Les Farthing has a problem out there because he has stretched out the lead. Clearly Christian Daly has decided to resign himself to finish in second and take the world championship in doing so.
Yeah, not much of a decision there, really.
No, he gave it a go for a little bit to see if he was going to be able to get by him, but Devin said, not this one, buddy.
Oh, Farthing gets the win, but that boat skipped sideways about 3 feet. I thought, no, Devin, not there. And here's your unofficial world champion, Christian Daly. Well, completely unofficial results. We'll say Christian Daly in first, Devin Farthing in second, Matt Johnson in third, and Hayden Skellett in fourth. But that, once again, is completely officially unofficial. Up now, SuperCourse. SuperCourse 200, 300. That'll be followed up by Women's Runabout, the final moto of the 2020 season. All right, SuperCourse coming up. And look at these kids that are out there racing, challenging each other. They're all playing football in the water. This is a great family sport. And a race into the SuperCourse looks like wow. Andre Edmondson dead last off the line, first to the corner. That is one fast machine, Rick.
Yeah, it really is. He is gone. Lescano in second. And that 15F out there. Benjamin Martel. Martel on that 15F Kawasaki. That's a naturally aspirated runabout, which we don't see many of those any longer in racing, because all the runabouts are supercharged, at least the ones that race, because they're faster. Simple as that. But Martell out there, and that's pretty cool. He's charging, having a day of racing on that 15F, and more people should have that type of attitude. Run what you brung, get out here and compete, and you never know what can happen. At the worst, you're going to have a great day of racing in pro watercross. Edmondson out in front, 3:15 flying. Lescano trying to keep pace with him. They're both in the 300 division, the higher horsepower boats. And then Martell and 88. Of course, that's Arnold Martinez on the 88. In what we call the 200 class. The other boat's the 300 class. Is Rand? Well, Edmondson out in front with Lescano in second. That's the 300 class. And then Martell and Arnold Martinez in the 200 class. Martell on that 15F, normally aspirated Kawasaki out there, man. I was saying kudos.
Yeah, as will I.
More people should come out with those boats and race and, you know, enjoy the sport. He's had a full day of racing.
Yep.
And you can, you know, enjoy yourself out here, pro watercross. There's a class for you. And,
you had a little fun.
Yeah.
A couple little adrenaline rushes.
He's had a couple today.
He'll be going to the dealership and getting some different handling things. Ooh, look at the battle down the straight. Man, these boats are really getting old. I'm thinking closing in on 80, 82 miles an hour.
Well, you know what they're going to do? They're going to take these new Kawasaki 160s, which is that 15F bottom hull,
right,
with the new top hull. Well, that has a naturally aspirated 15F motor, right?
Right.
Well, you know what's coming next?
Turbo.
A supercharged version of that, or turbo, but a supercharged version of that Kawasaki Ultra supercharged motor can be wedged into one of those.
Oh, man.
And that's a lot lighter than an Ultra, with a hull that's a lot flatter, not as deep V, and it could be a real weapon in racing.
Yeah, it might be a real,
or just on the local lake.
Too.
Oh, totally. They've already made them.
Yeah. Oh, did they?
I believe Brisbane Kawasaki down in So Brisbane Kawasaki down in Australia, they're really into modifying and dialing in the Ultras, and now with this new 160 that's out, they've already built one with the supercharged motor. So that's going to be interesting. I'd like to see one of those out here.
It's coming to shore. Hey, Jeff. Jeff, can you hear me? You see the red flag that's right there. Can you either call Randy to get it or grab it? I don't know if you want to go in that deep right now.
Edmondson continues to lead over Juan Lescano. Everybody, everyone. But what Juan Lescano is his direct competitor, and Juan is not far behind, and they have stayed in this position the entire race thus far.
Right, in both motos too.
And Martel, I don't know if he's coming around to lap. He might be lapping Arnold Martinez.
I believe he is.
What is Martinez riding? He's on a Yamaha. Is that an EX he is on?
Let's take a look next time he comes around.
I believe it's an EX.
And that would make sense.
Because that is definitely a naturally aspirated. This Kawasaki 15F that Martel is on is faster than that boat that Martinez is on, and he is coming around to lap him. So yeah, that is an EX. So that explains it. So that 15F's a little bit faster than that EX. Of course, it's a 1500 cc motor, and that EX is a what is that, like a 900, I believe. Roughly.
That's a 900 triple, right?
Or 1,000, maybe 1,050 triple, I think. Right at 1,000 cc's, I believe.
Man, Edmondson's boat is definitely the class of the field right now.
No question about it. Yeah, but look at the Arnold Martinez looking on both sides. He's got riders on both sides of him. Oh, and his main competitor's coming around to lap him, and he's going to move over just a little bit right there. And that's not going to do much good. Because that 15F has got that's a 1500 cc motor versus a 1,000 cc motor. And, you know,
and a less wetted hull.
There's the hulls are, gosh, they're probably fairly close. That EX is a little smaller than that 15F, but not by much. That 15F just looks very dated, really, right now. But those are actually really good boats. I've ridden across the ocean, across the Catalina Channel to Catalina Island and back with a couple of guys on those.
Yeah,
and they were perfectly fine.
I was remembering that story that you told me about it, and it's just a stable ride, which, believe me, if you're in the ocean, that's what you want.
I was on an Ultra, thankfully, but there's two gentlemen that were on those, and they were very competent, very capable boats, good riders. Except for one blew a pump bearing, so that was a bummer.
Well, Benjamin Mantell is just having himself a time out there, as is Arnold Martinez. Martinez, all the way from Beverly Hills. Glad he came out to play with us. And Juan Lescano has got the live feed helmet cam going from Richard Ignacio on that 777. You and I can't see it, but people online can. That's got to be a lot of fun to see.
Well, they're going to get a view of Andre Edmondson.
Well, hopefully. It's almost to the point where they won't.
Maybe not.
Yeah. They have been.
Well, they're going to get a view of Arnold Martinez here in a second. Right about now. I believe.
Well, Martinez going way wide to give those riders some space.
I'm going to take a look and see what that looks like. Let me go over here and take a gander at the live feed. Oh, there we go. Wow. He's moving out there, isn't he? Yeah, it looks fast. They're wide open on these supercharged boats, and he is flying around that course. Juan Lescano coming up behind a rider. That's pretty cool. Very cool. Nice job. Scott Hike up here, he of the Cheater 550. Nobody rides a 550 with those big sponsons and stuff. Training wheels yet. No, just kidding. Kudos to you, man. You're just a stud out there. And you stopped When Jessica Wybasek fell, you stopped to see if she was okay. That was very nice.
Yeah, she's like, no, dude, I just wanted to watch the race from here.
That was very nice of you.
Oh, man. These Wisconsin folk.
Well, they're from up there near
They're the
turf
best
up there.
kind,
So
don't you know?
the Great Lakes watercraft people.
Right? You never know.
Spoken like a true Minnesotan.
You may be stuck there when you get home.
He sounds like a Minnesotan.
Yeah. Yeah, Scott Hike saying, man, love Florida. I'm going home to a snowstorm. And Andre Edmondson continuing to lead. Yeah, please.
Jeez.
That would be a bad.
Don't go that way. That'd end your trip, really.
I know we might find him next. We might find him next year. AJ, where's the shovel? Yeah, we're staying one more day. Doreen. All right, we need to get women's runabout box stock to the line. Women's runabout box stock to the line, please. Well, we got about 5 more minutes in the SuperCourse, Rick. Lake?
It looks like Edmondson. Sure bet here. It looks like he might hang. Well, you never know, really.
Yeah.
You never know. These guys are riding these runabouts wide open, and you know they get pretty warm. These boats. Man. 30 minutes at wide open throttle.
Hey, Benjamin Mantell is learning. He already knew he needed to move way over to let Edmondson go. But, you know, that's the progression. That's how you learn to race.
As well as Juan Lescano.
Go by, you mean?
Yeah, same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's learning out here. This is new to him, pro watercross racing, new, and I believe this is his first day racing, and he's had a full day of riding and racing, and he's learned a lot, to say the least. Lescano kind of on the gas here. Tried everything he can do.
Were you able to see the live stream?
I did.
Pretty cool, huh?
Really cool.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some computer time next week just trying to see all the stuff that I may have missed live.
Well, I'll tell you, that camera on Juan Lescano's boat there, what it shows is how fast he's going.
Right. Oh, I know.
It's fast.
The feeling of speed has got to be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fast.
He's fast, too.
From up here, we're so used to seeing the riders and we understand what it is, but when you see that camera right down there on the water, you do definitely get a sense of speed. You're absolutely correct.
And once again, women's runabout to the line. Oh, I see you ladies are getting there. Thank you very much. Benjamin Mantell riding one hand and waves as he goes by. Yeah. And as he wants to make a pass on Arnold Martinez, Andre Edmondson passes them both on the outside.
Look at how fast that Sea-Doo of Edmondson's is.
Significantly faster.
He is just flying around this racetrack.
And look at Lescano coming up on the... Ooh.
Hopefully not the insole.
Oh, I wish we had that on camera.
Wow, we probably did.
I wonder if we had.
We just had it on camera.
Oh, I got to see that later, Matt.
Yeah.
Hopefully you watching the live stream saw what we just did.
And that 15F.
Wait a minute. He's playing music out there. Can you hear it?
It's suffering.
He's got the speakers and he's got the Kawasaki kit in that thing.
I don't know. I think he's just going really slow right now with an engine problem.
Oh, I think he just wants to hear the music.
Edmondson one more time as this SuperCourse final starts winding down here.
It's so crazy, Rick. Can you feel some joy, some levity?
Yeah,
but there's
totally.
also some silence. There's a little sadness that
Always.
We're packing up, we're driving home.
And this is it for the winter,
Yeah, this is it.
The last one of the year. It's been a crazy year. There's only been a few, but well, something happened there to the 15F. That's too bad.
That's still running.
Running these boats at wide open throttle for 30 minutes is
you find the loose spots, right?
That's a good way to put it. One way to put it. Edmondson, that's Martinez kind of stretching his legs out there. Juan Lescano a little bit closer to Edmondson right now. Pretty soon that camera's going to be picking up Edmondson if Lescano can close that gap a little more.
There's something, Rick, and I was just sitting here wondering why it is I'm enjoying this so much. Late afternoon, the sun shows the spray behind these boats, and you really get a feeling for how fast these things are going.
Oh, they are just ripping around this track. Edmondson and Juan Lescano.
White flag, one lap to go.
Are absolutely wide open throttle on these 300 horsepower or so watercraft, and they have been flying for 30 minutes now. This is it. Edmondson's going to come around and barring anything crazy here in the last turn, going to take it. And there it is. Checkered flag out. Edmondson takes it.
Your unofficial champion. In second, Juan Lescano. Then we switch classes. It'll be Benjamin Mantell over Arnold Martinez in this moto. But based on the numbers I'm seeing, I'm not going to call it. All right, women's runabout for the World Championship. On the number 138, Jamie Bohat. On the 138 wide, that means yellow, Peyton Rasmussen. On the 176, Valentina Lezcano. It's a three-way battle for the championship.
Well, Lezcano's got a third and a first. Rasmussen's got a first and a second. And Bohat's got a second and a third.
So Peyton Rasmussen in the driver's seat right now. She's got the lead. Lezcano in second and Bohat in third.
Final race of the 2020 LIQUI MOLY Pro Watercross Championships, presented by Brower Motorsports.
Where's he gonna be? Oh!
Oh, and Rasmussen gets a great jump.
Boy, does she. She's got that inside split to herself. Lezcano getting a drive on the outside. Bohat in tow, trying to chase her down.
Wow, Rasmussen just rocket out of the gate.
Wow.
Making these sharper, harder turns on the inside split, but it's going to be Lezcano. Out in front, 5:02. Valentina Lezcano.
In second, Peyton Rasmussen, followed by Jamie Bohat. There's the top three women runners, women runabout riders on the planet right now. And you know, as I was stumbling through that, Rick, I think back to last year, and we were talking about Corinne Patruel.
Yeah.
The old champion. She's in Florida, you said, right?
She is.
Yeah.
And she owns and operates a wonderful hamburger place.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Pretty well known.
Where's she at? What part? Down in Miami?
I think in Melbourne. I'm not sure.
Got it.
I know Tim McKercher from Sea-Doo has done some marketing for her. I think they're pretty good friends, and he has done some things where I've kind of seen what she's doing over the years. And yeah, it's supposed to be an outstanding hamburger joint and very successful.
We helped sponsor Corinne back in the day, and I remember at Jet Jam watching her being the first runabout rider to take the ramp jump over all the boys. Seriously. You remember they had the alternative course, or you could go over the ramp?
I remember Jet Jam very well.
I'm
you bet.
Sure you do. Woo! Close. Wow, Valentina Lezcano taking the makeup boy, and Peyton Rasmussen coming from the inside. Wow, those two rode well together.
I could tell you a lot of good stories about Jet Jam from its inception throughout the entire planning stages, execution, and the whole ball game with it. It was pretty phenomenal, and to this day, the biggest, most well-known jet ski race ever in Southern California. And to this day, all the people that I run into in SoCal will say, you know, we talk about jet ski racing. Oh, I remember the Jet Jam.
Yeah.
Above and beyond anything else. A lot of people went to that had nothing to do.
Oh, absolutely.
With jet skiing.
There was all kinds of stuff. Skateboard shows, music, great music.
Pro Beach volleyball. We had professional concerts, and it was quite a show.
Would love to see Jet Jam 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7.
Well, we wanted to, but
who stopped that?
The OEMs decided they didn't want to really back it, which was unbelievable because it was the one event that brought in non-jet skiers to expose those potential customers to the market.
By the tens of thousands. If I remember correctly, there was somewhere between 25 and 30,000 people attended that event.
And they did not want to continue to back it. So basically that's what happened in a nutshell.
Well, here comes Lezcano. She's opened up a little bit of a lead on Peyton Rasmussen. These two are leaving Jamie Bohat behind. Bohat driving hard, but...
Well, Rasmussen working hard to try to keep Valentina Lezcano in sight, but Valentina on that 5:02 Brian Baldwin special out there is just rocketing around this racetrack here at Sutton Park in Naples. Final moto of the day. Final moto of the World Championships for 2020. Final moto of the season.
And, you know, as I'm watching this, I'm thinking all three of these riders have family members that are racing too.
Yes, they do.
Isn't that just perfect to end this 2020 season?
Couldn't be more appropriate.
The family that races together, well, has a lot more fun than other families. That's the bottom line.
I mean, you know, the amount of passion that goes into racing is unparalleled, and you see it every day on the beach at the races, in the pits, on the water, and it's just so exciting to be part of that because everybody is so passionate and so into it. It makes it so much fun.
And let me tell you, Rick, shared experiences. You know, later on in life, and I've already, got to that point. My kids, they talk about growing up and being at the race talk and how much fun they had. And, we talk about people we used to know, some who we haven't seen, some who are still our friends that we see all the time, some who have passed. I mean, it's been a long time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
White flag out, final lap.
I've spoken about that before. These moments right now that you're making will be part of your life and forever. And you're going to remember all your competitors, all your friends, all your foes, all the motos, all the fun times, the traveling. It's all part of the experience in pro watercross and in all of racing, really.
Yeah, well, here's the experience for Valentina. One more championship coming her way. And her fans giving her a rousing round of applause. She puts her fist in the air, points down to that 5:02. Thank you, Mr. Baldwin.
And Rasmussen.
Peyton Rasmussen.
Second.
Wow. That young woman has become exceptionally fast in a short period of time.
Very short period of time.
I know. I'm trying to find the right adjective for it because, she was not behind. And Jamie Bohat comes down. She'll be on the podium as well. Had some great races earlier today.
Dude.
Wait, dude.
That's going to do it. Dude. Oh.
Hey.
It's been a long, hot weekend.
It's been a fantastic weekend
so
here.
Good.
And for all of you watching on the World Wide Web, I've got to say for myself, I had a fantastic time. Some of the best racing we've seen for a long time. I mean, really, some of these classes were spectacular, and I highly recommend, if you enjoy watching this over the internet, go back to YouTube and check out prowatercross.org. Check out all the videos. You can watch racing until next year.
Yeah, no question about it. And this season, in the weirdest season of all in all of our lives.
Yeah, it's been a little crazy.
We were able to have 3 tour races, which was phenomenal. Kudos to the handlers for being able to pull that off in I'm so sick of hearing in difficult times, but it's very true. It's all been tough, but the races have all been phenomenal. Each weekend's been fantastic. And then, of course, to finish up here in Naples with the LIQUI MOLY World Championships. And kudos, thank you so much to LIQUI MOLY.
Right. Gary and his crew, they have really come forward. And, might as well say it. It's a German produced product, one of the finest lubricants on the planet, and they're just now coming to U.S.
Yeah, and they're a great title sponsor. They're very much a part of pro watercross. They're here. They're participating. They're showing their products. They're involved in every layer of it, and it's really a pleasure to see them emerge and get involved with us in pro watercross. So that's been a treat this year. Everybody that's been able to make it to the races, thank you to everyone. Everybody that's been able to watch the events. We hope you've enjoyed it throughout the world because it's been a pleasure bringing it to you. And just bless everybody, and we hope everybody gets through the rest of this year and the holidays safely. And looking forward to a wonderful 2021 season, Kurt.
That's what I'm thinking. With 4 more years.
We're rocking and rolling, hopefully, and we hope you are too. And we'll see you next springtime at the beginning of the 2021 Pro Watercross Tour. And for Kurt Nolenberg, look at this guy back here.
and the Magic Man, the myth, the legend, Richard Ignacio. We call him Maverick. Live streaming 247.com.
It's been a great season.
Was he giving me rabbit ears?
No, I am though.
Hey, I just well deserved.
Been a
Thank
good
you very
season.
much. We appreciate you having us, and we are out of here.
Stock, a huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
The world's greatest watercross racers are at Sugden Regional Park in Naples, Florida, all week long. On Saturday, the pros queue it up to crown a world champion for the cameras of CBS Sports. Sugden Regional Park in Naples, Florida is the place all week long. The world's greatest watercross racers get after it.
LIQUI MOLY has been #1 in Germany for the past 10 years in motor oils and additives. We're super excited to bring the marine range now in North America. All that experience in the performance and the racing industry translated into the marine world couldn't be a better combination. Are you scared of using your warranty? Well, you shouldn't. LIQUI MOLY marine product has all the approvals from the National Marine Manufacturers Association, FCW, TCW3, and also API specs. Please refer to your owner's manual for right viscosity. Use the best to maintain your passion.
I had my own business for 15 years, and then we did a vacation here in Florida. We liked it, so we moved here. The weather was one of the main things we came over. And then we have to make a living, of course. That's why we do what we do best, sausage. You come in as a customer, you become a friend.